Hello everyone. In this video I'll be discussing class ninth English Beehive book Prose to the Fun They Had part 1. Evelyn Glenn listens to the sound without hearing it by Deborah Cowley. Evelyn Glenn is a girl who cannot hear. Then how she listens to the sound? When the chapter begins, she is waiting at the platform for the train's arrival. She does not hear the sound of the train, rather, she feels the vibrations. She is a 17-year-old thin girl from Scotland Farms, and now she is about to leave her place, and for that only she is waiting on the platform for a train to London. She is from a place where the life is not so fast like London. Now it is a challenge for her because she cannot hear anything, and she's from a place where life is smooth, and now she's moving to a place where life is quite fast. Her deafness was gradual. When she was at the age of 8, her deafness was observed by her mother. Glenn was waiting for her turn to play piano. She was called again and again, but she did not respond. At the age of 11, it was confirmed by a specialist that Evelyn Glenn is a deaf and she should be sent to a special school, deaf school. It was a kind of shock for her. Everything suddenly looked black. Evelyn says everything suddenly looked black. She was not expecting such news, but this news came. Now we'll be starting page number 18. I'll read the text and then I'll explain the thing. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Then most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Potential? Potential is quality or ability. And percussionist is the person who plays the drum, tabla, a person who played different musical instrument, right? So he began by tuning two large drums to different tunes. And he says, don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way. Says Evelyn, suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. Evelyn was not going to give up. She wanted to pursue her dream. She wanted to learn music. And one day she saw a girl was playing the piano. She also wanted to play it. Most of the teachers discouraged her. But there was a person who motivated her. Percussionist Ron Forbes, who motivated her to pursue her dream in music. He played drums on two notes, high notes and low notes. Then he suggested Glenn not to hear the sound. Rather, he said you should feel it in some other way. And then Glenn could feel the higher notes on the above the waist. She could feel the higher notes above the waist, and she could feel the lower the low beats of the tunes in the lower part of the body. So she could feel the sound of music in different parts of her body. Forbes repeated the exercise, and then Evelyn discovered that she could sense those certain notes in different parts. Let's read the text. I had learned to open my mind and body to sound and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. Please underline. She had made her mind. She had opened her mind and her body to the sounds and vibrations. And when she decided that she has to do, she says that rest the things were determination and hard work, which helped her to pursue her dream of learning music. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with the youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. See, I have told you that when she's there at the train, she's around 17. And the life which she led is being told. When all this, her deafness was discovered, when she was suggested a special school, and the percussionist Ron Forbes, these points are related to her past, or we can say where before she was 17. So she decided not to look back. She decided and she made up her mind that she would do good in music only. And she moved to United Kingdom with youth orchestra and decided that she would make her career in music only. Let's read the text. She auditioned for Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of Academy. Please underline the line. When she gave her audition in Royal Academy of Music, she scored the highest marks in the history of the Academy. That means till that point of time, nobody had scored that much points which she scored. And everybody was so much impressed. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. Orchestral work means group performance, and solo, individual, alone, single. I told you at the age of 16, she moved to a youth orchestra, and at the age of 17, she joined Royal Academy. There she gave her audition, and she scored the highest marks. And gradually she started performing individually. She started performing alone. Then, at the end of her 3 year course, she had captured most of the top awards. At the age of 17, she had joined Royal Academy, and after completing 3 years course, she had already achieved n number of top level awards. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. There's a line, and for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. Whenever anyone says that Evelyn has achieved something great, she has done something great in her life, she does not acknowledge that. She is very humble and down to earth. What she says to the people, if you work hard and know where you are going, you'll get there. If your goal is fixed and if you put effort in that, you will definitely get your goal. It is her key to success. Firstly, she says hard work, and secondly, her aim. These both the things are the most important thing in anybody's life. If these two things are clear, then nobody can stop you from achieving your goal. So, and she got right to the top the world's most sought after multi percussionist with the mastery of some thousand instruments and hectic international schedule. Most sought after means most popular. Most popular. Please note down the meanings. Most sought after means most popular. So Evelyn had achieved her goal. She worked very, very hard and she reached. She became the topmost, the most famous, and the most sought after musician of the world. And she did that. Yes, she achieved her goal. She gained mastery almost of 1000 musical instruments, and she became the most popular multi percussionist of the world. In spite of having busy schedule, she did concerts all over the world, right? Let's read the text. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. Intriguing, fascinating, and curious. Fascinating, curious. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In one or two discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble. She laughed. Please underline. When did she face trouble? Men with bushy beards give me trouble. Why? Why does she say so? So, when anyone sees Evelyn performing, doing tasks so effortlessly, nobody can imagine that she is a deaf girl. But she has spoken to or some other discussions that she feels problem when she meets people, men with bushy beards. Why does she say so? In Deborah Cowley's interview also she had said the same words that she faces problem when she meets bushy beard, men with bushy beard, right? So why? It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. Why does she face problem? Because of the beard, the expression, the face, the movement of the lips is not clear. The expressions are not clear, the movement of the lips is not clear. So it becomes a difficulty for her to observe the expression and read what the person is saying. See, when we have expression on our face, so any person can understand from our expression that what we are thinking or what we have in our mind or what we are speaking. But if the person is covered with bushy beard, a man is having bushy beard, so it is difficult for Evelyn to read the expression, to read the lip movement. So she faces problems. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt, flawlessly without a fault or a mistake. And lilt is way of speaking, like we say. It's a essence as different people or different nations people have different accent. So she used to speak like a Scottish girl. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. She says that she can speak so flawlessly because she has heard the sound till the age of 11. After the age of 11 she got completely deaf, but till the age of 11 she had heard the sound. But this thing does not explain that how she learned French and Japanese so well, because at that time when she was 11, that time she had not learned French and Japanese, or she had not heard people speaking French and Japanese. So it is a question, it is a mystery that how she learned Japanese and French so well. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. Tingles is causes a slight pricking. It's sensation. She says that she can feel the music in her cheekbones, in her hair, in her skin, everywhere. She can feel the music in every part of her body and she can respond to that. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingers. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonance following into her body. Resonance, echoes of sound. Echoes of sound. She says that when she plays xylophone, she can feel that music. She can feel that passing, the vibrations. She can feel the sound passing into those sticks in her fingertips. And she says when she plays drum, she can feel the echoes of sound. When the drum is beaten, then there's a echoing sound. So she can feel that sound. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences in 1991. She was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Please underline what she was awarded. Make sure you know the awards which she achieved, right? And What she says, whenever she performs on a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that she can feel the vibrations through her feet up to her legs. And in 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Soloist, solo performance, single performance. I told you that she had started performing alone, right? Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. I had told you, I had explained this statement before I started explaining the text, that James Blade said that God may have taken his hearing power, but he has given her extraordinary, through which she can sense the music and can respond to it. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic? A person who finds it difficult to stop working. एक इंसान जो बस लगातार काम करना चाहता है, वो बिना काम करे नहीं रह सकता. A person who finds it difficult to stop working. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians. Classical musicians used to work very hard. So she is like them. She always want to keep herself busy in work. But the rewards are enormous. Enormous? Big. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She always gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Apart from her busy schedule, she used to give her music lessons in the prison as well. And she used to give high priority to the young musicians. Anne Ricklin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is no where that they cannot go. Evelyn is an inspiration for the deaf students, deaf children. She is an ideal. And Recklin, who belongs to Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, she says that Evelyn is an inspiration. By seeing this girl, Evelyn, children feel that there is no any place where they cannot reach, or we can say that they can fulfill all their dreams. There's no any dream which they cannot fulfill of being deaf. Evelyn Glenn has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. Accomplished, achieved. Evelyn has already achieved so much in her life that those people who are twice of her age have also not achieved those many things, that much popularity, those many awards as Evelyn has done. She says that there is nothing in life which cannot be achieved. And she had already done the same thing. She had already achieved twice. She had already achieved so many awards, so much fame, which twice of her age might have not achieved. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So people find her their inspiration. Especially handicapped people find her inspiration for themselves. Physically disabled people find her as an inspiration for them. They feel that if she can achieve everything, then why can't they? Yes, of course, they can also achieve. They can also do so much good in their life. So, Evelyn Glenn, who listens to the who listens to the sound without hearing it. Yes, she is an inspiration for all the people. She has done so well in her life that she has become an example, an ideal for many people. I hope you have also got some inspiration from her. And this text ends here. In next video, I'll be discussing question answer. I hope this text is clear to you and I I expect that you must have written down the word meanings. You have to note down all these word meanings in your notebook too. We'll meet in next video with question answers discussion, right? Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.